I know it's been a while since I posted a video, so I thought I'd put one together. This is going to be my next doings here. I'm just in the preliminary stages. I seen it on the computer for sale in Edmonton, so we went and picked it up. It had a 454 in it, and it was pretty much in this condition when I got it, except it had 4 flat tires, or 5, and that motor mount wasn't there. I was able to pick one up at the local junkyard. Anyway, this one is going to have, I got some plans for it. I want to take, that's the donor truck, and just recently I pulled the engine out of it. It had a Vortech 5.7 and a 5-speed, and it's gone now, of course. It's on the back of a trailer back there. And I'd like to put this deck on that blue truck. And I was going to use the 5-speed transmission, but decided against it, at least for now. 2 reasons. First one is the speedometer has got a sensor instead of a cable, and the it's got a hydraulic clutch, and I just can't be bothered to convert it. Anyway, then the other reason for going with the Vortech engine is small block Chev. They have a lot of potential, and well, they're an economic option. There's lots of, it's not like building a historic airplane or something. You can just get generic parts and jobber almost everything. The other reason I want to go with that is I got plans for this. I don't want it just to be a vehicle to drive around on. I got the time and the wherewithal now. I can experiment a bit. And there's things I've always wanted to do. Just for example, Smoky Yunick was doing some pretty fascinating things with hot air. Some would call it a vapor carburetor. And I've had some experience that way using Paul Pantone's GEAT method. And between the two of them, I think I could, well, I could find out. Like I'll mess around and I'll find out and see if I could make it work. The Pantone way of going around about things, I really liked it. It's just that, like I said in my tractor videos, it doesn't lend itself for automotive applications, for throttling up and down. It could be made to work, it's just not that handy. And Smoky Yunick's, what he was doing, if you're familiar, he had the white Fiero, and I found out since he had many vehicles, like every manufacturer he did it to, because he was trying to market his technology to the manufacturers. But of course, during, you know, with the headwind from big oil and stuff, nobody was interested, because they were pretty good on fuel. But what my understanding is, what Smoky was doing is he would take an engine and he would delete every other cylinder. So like a 4-cylinder was a 2-cylinder, and he was still getting big power out of it, like really big. I'm gonna use a full V8, at least initially. And then I have something really interesting in the shop. I could show you, but it doesn't look like anything I wanted that you couldn't look on the computer. But I have a 4-cylinder. It's very similar to the Iron Duke, the 151 Iron Duke, except it was marketed by General Motors for forklifts, and one boat engine manufacturer used it, put their name brand on it, and it was a 140 horsepower engine, and it's 181 cubic inches, I believe it is. And that's great. And then I wasn't going to go that way because it's an L head, so that means the exhaust and the intake are on the same side. And I come across a video of that same engine, and Blue Point was messing with it, and I think they're going to market it. And they were putting an LS head on it because it's the same bolt pattern as far as the head. Like it'll use the same head gasket, so then it would be a crossflow head, and that gives you, well, at least you got the turbo on the one side of the engine, the intake on the other, and it gives you some more room for ancillary equipment there. And of course, how can you go wrong with an LS head? So if this thing leans more towards a Smoky Yunick way of doing things, it could have, maybe a 3-liter engine, which is what that'll be, would be a logical thing to do. I'll know when I'm done messing around with this. If I'm making huge power, and it would be accredited to what Yunick was doing, nothing I got going on here. But if it can get by with a lot less, or half, which would still probably be a lot, then I'm going to use that 3-liter engine. And I think it'd be just so cool to have something like that. I could have, if I just wanted power, that's available here. I have a 454 in storage. The cam is sitting on the shelf, and I could easily go that way. I just can't be bothered. I'd even a Vortech, well, I shouldn't say even a Vortech, but a Vortech engine is a 5.7 it's well over 300 foot-pounds of torque, which is lots. I got by all through the 80s and 90s with a lot less than that, and I got there. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I don't know how frequently I'll be posting videos or when to expect the next one, but I hope to have this engine sitting in this truck tomorrow. I'm just waiting on a throwout bearing. I forgot to order it on Monday. I live in a rural area. You can't just go uptown and get everything you want that same day, right? So I'll get a throwout bearing, and then I can put this engine in here. And after that, I'm not pressed for time, and I'm talking seasonal time. It's going to start snowing any day now. I know it's August and the leaves are green on the trees, but it can change fast around here. Okay, thanks for watching, and good luck.